So it's January 2018, and it's been a bad flu season. Not the worst, but bad enough. And I'm redoing this video and add more stuff in it because some really bad news had happened. There was a mom, she was taking care of her husband and 2 kids who had the flu. She got the flu and then she passed away 2 days later. Scary stuff. So there's a lot of things you can do to help stop the transmission or reduce the transmission of the flu, in addition to just Air Fantastic. Air Fantastic does a great job, but it does the heavy lifting, but there's more things you do. We're going to discuss this. Now, before I talk about this, I want to talk to all those business owners out there, because Matt heard a story about a lady who was a nurse. She was in the ICU, what they call it, NICU, the prenatal ones, and she had the flu and she was forced to come into work and work. That is horrible, because if you got the flu, you're contagious. You're a walking big flu virus generator. So for all those business people out there, you need to have a policy. If you got the flu, don't come to work. And if you got a little bit of a coughing and stuff like that, maybe not the flu, not sure, have people wear a mask, because a mask keeps the boogers and all the snot stuff with the full of flu virus or any kind of germs inside the mask. Of course, if you're healthy, it doesn't really help. But that's the first thing. Now, we're going to talk about things you can do in the home. Now, like I mentioned before, Air Fantastic, you got this standalone system where you got this in your duct. It's creating the hydroperoxide. They've got 4 different ions, but the main one is hydroperoxide. It's like hydrogen peroxide, but it's a dry, airborne version. It doesn't really have much odor in it, but it does a good job in sanitizing the air 24 hours a day. Surfaces and things. Like I said, it hasn't been tested against flu virus, but done extensively on bacteria, so germs don't like it. So having this in your home helps. But you think, hey, Matt, I don't have an Air Fantastic. I maybe can't afford it, or even if I can't afford it, I can't get it there right now because it takes a few days to get the Air Fantastic to your house. So there's a lot of other things you can do, and we're going to talk about this now. So what we're going to talk about now are things you can do in the home other than Air Fantastic. If you don't have Air Fantastic, like good, clean practices to help reduce transmission of the home. So let's say you're the healthy person in the home and you're taking care of sick people. There are things you can do and avoid things you can avoid to help reduce transmission of fluid inside the home. So one of the things we do, we're gonna have to get a little bit Dr. Oz here. What I mean, we gotta talk when it comes to the human body, kinda have to talk about something that's not so pleasant, kind of gross. One thing is when you get the flu, most time you breathe it in, gets in your bloodstream, you get flu everywhere, and it's everywhere in the body, and it's even in the diarrhea. Usually you don't got clean, healthy bowel movements when you got the flu, right? You got diarrhea, and it goes in the toilet, right? Now, if you ever watched Oprah like 10 years ago, they had some guy on there, they did a little experiment where they had a toilet, and they put some ultraviolet stuff in there and flushed the toilet, and then it was up to 10, 15, 20 feet. The stuff in the toilet went everywhere. So guess what? If you got the flu and you flush it, poof, your own home, the toilet becomes a flu generator. Spreads it everywhere in the near vicinity. Puts it in the air. You got that dry air, maybe it dries it up and floats around. Maybe you got your toothbrush within 10, 20 feet of your toilet. And all that virus going, I'll go brush my teeth. Guess what? Contaminated. So, what you gotta do, gotta lower the seat when you flush the toilet. Now, maybe even you can go one step further. Go to your local hardware store, maybe Amazon, or maybe something. Get a gasket, a rubber gasket. Put it underneath the seat and the lid so it has a clean seal on the toilet. So when you flush the toilet, that stuff doesn't go floating in the air. That's kind of important. So also is very important is if whoever is coughing, if they can wear this, and it's not a fun thing to wear all day long, but if they wear this all day long, and all that booger stuff full of viruses, the flu virus, is in here because it's wet. It's coming out of your mouth, it's wet, stays in here. It's hard to get through when it's wet. Important to wear it. And it's important, and it's going to be tough when you have little kids. You know, little kids, Mommy, I'm sick. You know, have them try as much as possible. Go in the Kleenex. Sneeze and cough in the Kleenex. Now you got a bunch of Kleenex full of snot, which has the flu virus on it. Well, what you gotta do, gotta put it like in a Ziploc bag. Stick in a Ziploc bag and seal it. Now the flu virus is in there. Doesn't have a chance to get out. It's gonna hard to get through that plastic, especially if you got that good Ziploc seal on it, right? So keep your anything like that. Now we're gonna talk about one other product from Shaklee, which is kind of amazing. It's called Basic G. See this thing? It's Basic G. It's not really a nasty type of germicide, but this germicide, there's a long list of things that it can do. Now the funny thing about this thing is you just use a little bit of it and you get one of these spray bottles. Now this is Mama's spray bottle, and it's kind of old. They got the new ones that look kind of nice. So you just put like just a little bit of this in here and you spray it. So I'm going to go on what it covers as far as cleaning germs. What I would do is I would take it, spray that in there, you know? You got to spray all your surfaces and stuff like that, in the toilet and everything, in the bathroom. But this Basic G is very effective. And I'll tell you how effective it is. I'm going to show this long list. I'm going to read some of them. It's unbelievable. Like there's a whole lot of bacteria, like the Staph aureus, which is staph, salmonella. They got, I can't even pronounce it, chlamydia. Hope you don't get that one. Then they got also MRSA, the drug-resistant one. They got Proteus mirabilis. Oh God, shingles, and they got the MRSA, strep throat. So, and the virus has got a whole long list of viruses. I'll make sure to put it at the end of this video. You got adrenovirus type 4, adrenovirus type 7, hepatitis B viruses, hepatitis C viruses, herpes simplex virus, type 1 and type 2, human coronavirus, HIV-1 virus, influenza A virus, Hong Kong flu, respiratory syncytial RSV, that's a bad one for little kids, rotavirus, rubella virus, SARS-associated coronavirus vaccine, and the pandemic 2009 H1N1 influenza A virus. So we'll have a link on where you can get this stuff. I buy it now. Who knows? Getting out sick. It's good to have it in your house anyways. If you want to sanitize without having, use a lot of bunch of harmful chemicals. This is kind of natural on the natural side. It's not that really harmful chemical one. And spray around. It's very good. And so, next thing we want to talk about, it's also still hand washing. It's good to wash your hands. Maybe not that vital, but still keep your hand washing. And I always say, if you got sick people in the virus, and you got that you have a kid that's sick in the bedroom and he's out for maybe an hour or two eating breakfast or something, I'd open some windows. Fresh air is always good. So that's another good thing. Just open it for an hour or so, get some fresh air, close it up till it warms up, and let him get back in there. Now, of course, if he's in bed, that's not going to work. So these are little practices you can do, hopefully to help you out. Thanks so much.